We're going to talk about the 2015 MacBook Pro Retina version. I've been using this particular laptop for a little over, I can say, a year now. I actually had two types of this, and the first one I happened to use it for more than 3 years, and this happens to be the second one that I'm actually using, I think, since last year. So this particular unit that I have here is the 2015 MacBook Pro Retina version. It's actually got the AMD graphics card on it with about 512 SSD and also a 16 gigs of RAM. It's not a big numbers right now, especially when we do have M1 Pros and all those bigger systems that are currently in the market right now. But I mean, for an average user, not even an average user, for someone who does not have enough to pick up the latest version of MacBooks, I think this MacBook still does a very decent job in today's standard. For the past year since I started using MacBooks, I all started from, I think, the 2010 version. That is the lowest I've used. And comparing the 2010 version with the 2015 version, I really see a huge improvement and massive changes, I mean, from this MacBooks. So taking you guys back to the 2010 version, since I was using that particular one, I did experience a couple of issues, especially when we have to talk about the fan noise. So having the 2010 MacBook, it's so annoying. Honestly, it is very annoying. I had that particular machine, and it's most of the time I don't seem to enjoy it, because even when you're editing a minor file, the fans, they just scream. Like, it screams very loud to the extent that you can definitely hear what is actually happening. I mean, it is very loud, honestly. I think from the 2010, 2011, and maybe 12, but I think with the 12, it's had some improvement there. They do have issues. And another thing that I would like to pinpoint, those older models have issues of overheating, and that is something that actually turned me off in upgrading to the 2015 version. It gets extremely hot to the extent that if you are outdoor and you place the machine on your lap, like you put it on your lap trying to edit on in a park or something, you're going to get a bad experience because it gets extremely hot. The laptop can, I'm talking about hot. I don't know that maybe my hot might not sound as hot as it's supposed to sound, but those versions 2010, 2011, they get crazily hot. I had the 2014, which is more equivalent to this one. I think the 2014 and 2015, you can barely tell a difference, especially with the appearance. They look almost the same. I think the only difference is the processor. Once again, this one got the AMD graphics, and the dedicated graphic is about 2 gig. I think, yeah, it's 2 gig with 16 gigs of RAM, and DDR3, with you either get the 256 SSD or you get the 512 SSD. My only problem with this particular machine is the fact that, do I even have a problem with it? It's not that of a big deal. It will depend on who is actually picking the machine and what you actually need it for. With the work that I do, I will really wish that they came in bigger, storage. So I'm sweating. I need to wipe. I don't know what is. Okay, so guys, my apologies. Shooting is not easy. So yeah, with this particular one here, like I said, the specifications and everything is on point. It's all okay. I like the form factor, especially, it's not that bulky. Just check how slim it is. It does not look so modern like the modern ones, but I still like the fact that it can still compete with, recent machines. So this particular one here is the 512 version, and with the type of things or work that I do with the machine, I feel like it's a bit lagging. It's a bit small for the type of things that I do. I'm a content creator, photographer, and all that, and I tend to use this machine heavily. I came with it from South Africa, the first one. I brought it all the way from SA, and I've been doing almost everything with that particular machine. And I tend to use this machine heavily. I came with it from South Africa, the first one. I brought it all the way from SA, and I've been doing almost everything with that particular machine. And I've been doing almost everything So 512, it is okay, but somehow not really okay, because using Final Cut, using Photoshop, Lightroom, and all those files, when you are editing, I mean, footages on the machine, they get filled up very quickly. It's just crazy how quick this machine can fill up in less than, let's say, 24 hours. If I'm editing 4K 422, especially the footage I'm shooting at now, it fills the machine very quick. And you guys do know that with Final Cut, they render off hard drives. So normally, to prevent that, I do use external hard drives to render my Final Cut footages, and it's still not ideal. I mean, sometimes I might be going somewhere that I don't need to carry all these extra accessories. I just need the laptop and the charger. But with the storage size, I definitely need an external. So in that case, I'm trying to work around it and upgrade the storage. So I bought the adapter. I think this is NVMe to SSD or so. So this is an adapter. I'm not sure if you guys can see it here. It's still new. This is an adapter that will allow you to convert the regular popular SSD into, this particular machine. So this machine actually comes with an SSD, but it is the Apple SSD. And in order for me to change it, I will have to spend a lot of money. The Apple SSDs are extremely expensive. So it's either I get the random SSDs. I forgot the name of that SSD, but they are very much common and very affordable. So with that, I should be able to convert that, put it here, and insert it into this particular machine. So I'm still waiting for the SSD to arrive. For now, I've got this. So once I get the SSD, I will be upgrading the storage. So I'll be looking at 1 terabyte of hard drive, which is still not okay, but it is manageable. I can use that better than the 512, and I think I should be fine for maybe the next 3, 4, 5 years or even more. Resolution wise, it's not really bad. I think you do get about 2000 something to 1800. It's more of 2K, and this is the Retina version. It's not 4K level, but it is still manageable, and the colors are kind of accurate. Brightness is average, and I think in today's standard, it still does the job that I needed to do, especially when it comes to editing. And I think that is something that I actually love about this machine. So coming from the 2010 version, editing footages, file, videos, photos was a struggle. Maybe I'm the one using heavy, formats and all that, but editing, videos on that particular machine, 2010, 2011, was a pain in the ass. So once you put the file in Final Cut, it's spin all the way. Sometimes I need to wait. Sometimes I need to create props, render first, save. There was a whole lot of struggle in there. Even though with that, you still have a whole lot of chance to do upgradability. You can change the RAM to 88, which makes it 16. You can change also the hard drive. You can make it SSD to boost the performance. You can change the external CD RAM to an additional by using a card. There is a whole lot of ways to upgrade that particular machine. But the processor is still behind, which it does not even have a better graphics card. So sometimes if you want to do massive work, it pulls you back. But for minor work, web browsing and all that, you should be okay, definitely. So with this particular one, I am able to edit 4K, 10 bits, 422. Sometimes it does struggle, but it still does the work as long as you know how to work around it. And anything below it, I think I'm very, very fine with it. Unless maybe you want to go extreme and edit 6K, Blackmagic RAW, ProRes, 12Ks, all those big files, then obviously you don't need this particular machine. But for 4K, 422, 10 bits and below, I should be fine with photo editing. I don't think I have a problem at all. So with this particular video that I'm shooting, I will be editing this on this machine here, and I will show you guys through how things goes and all that. But overall, this 2015 MacBook Pro is still usable, relevant, and powerful in today's standard. So maybe in the next 5 years it might be old, I don't know, but you can still grab one if ever you want to. Let me know your thoughts, let me know your comments about this particular machine, and if you did enjoy this video, kindly hit on the subscribe button. I don't know if it's here or here. Let me guess, I think it should be here. Yeah, so just hit on the subscribe button, like the video as well, and then I'll catch you guys in the next video. Stay safe. Peace.